There we go. Hello, hey, it's Dustin and Kirk again at UTVCom News Live. We have we're pretty excited about the show today. You know, every time that there's a little bit of deal with two-way radios, and you know, anytime we can identify like what's happening and pass it on, then it's great to be able to share that sort of stuff, because some of these things are not intuitive as to what's happening with it. So we had one of those things happen last night.
Yep.
So this is hot off the press for us. Basically, the story is we had one of our customers saying that the radio was making some really bad popping noises on it. And, you know, these radios are very sensitive to RF energy.
And electric energy, too. Well, it seems like energy. The two demons we always battle.
Yeah, so these machines are always generating them. And so we're constantly trying to knock that stuff out. So had him call me and say that. So we did is we set up one of the machines. We set this machine up to try to reproduce that sound that it was making, and we were able to reproduce it. And once we were able to reproduce it, now we've got it, and we can just keep working it until that sound is gone. So, you know, if we have customers who are listening to this right now or watching this video afterwards, this may be helpful to you, because I know a lot of times people will just deal with it sometimes, and some little weird noises and stuff. And it's better if you just kind of tell us, and we'll work with you to try to figure it out, so you don't have to deal with it. So we're glad he came and told us that, so that we could work through this and do this. So anything you want to add to set this up?
So we've disassembled our Razor here, so we can kind of prove it. So I've kind of taken my antenna. Here's a coax right here with the swivel mount. We got to just by taking the ground wire off, because it's not long enough to do this demonstration. But when we do this demonstration, you're going to see that this is why the wires are wild right now. But again, the two demons we deal with is really we struggle big time with the Honda Talon, and then we also deal with the Polaris Dynamics. When they have the Dynamics, that's always a hard one to get that electric noise out of there. But for the most part, our noise filter does very good with all the rest of the machines, and we include that with most of our kits. If you get the plug-and-play kits, you're going to get a noise filter on there, and that takes care of a lot of the electric noises. So the next demon we deal with, which is the harder one, is the RF energy. These antennas, and you can go into the antenna lore. It's a huge antenna lore, and I don't even want to even start to go in the antenna lore, but these can produce a lot of different noises that we're going to deal with, and we're going to demonstrate it right now. So,
yeah, one thing that I will throw out is when you press the PTT button on our radio, it's a 25-watt radio. 25 watts are going into this antenna. So you don't want to be touching this thing, or it'll burn the living daylights out of you. Yeah. So
especially the whip.
Yeah.
Don't they touch that whip, and man, from experience, don't.
It heats up.
Yeah, it heats up. Fair warning about this: do not touch the antenna when you're doing this test. So if you're trying to deal with this this demon here.
So what we titled this this episode to be, you know, where do you locate your antenna? So that's always something when we're doing installs. People are like, well, where should I put it? And you know, the thing that we normally talk about is get it so it doesn't get knocked off by tree branches. So, you know, behind the roll cage, somewhere down below, so it's protected. But that story is now, it's got another layer to it. So when you're looking to figure out where to place your antenna, this is something that we're going to from now on recommend doing. But if you've already placed your antenna and you're dealing with some of these things, this is a way you can test it. So, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to, I'm going to press the PTT button, and you're going to be able to hear some background noise when I do. All right, and that background noise, we're just going to let it play for a second. And this is the type of noise that was being complained about during the radio transmission. So here we go. I'm going to press it. All right, you hear that? Like really crackly, and like, what the heck is that? All right, so now Kirk had that sitting right over there, and I don't know if you got your other phone, so
It's
we
right
can get
here.
a little bit better angle on that. Is that one working?
Yep, it is. You just need to.
Which way is it facing?
Yeah, I got to face it.
This way.
Portrait. Yeah, for some reason, it was not turning. For some reason, so you got to do it like that.
Okay,
Yep.
it's facing the back camera though.
Yep.
Okay,
It is facing the back camera.
all right. I'm going to put this on this right here, and I'm going to switch to this camera actually. Well, maybe that's one.
If you turn the other one off, it's going to. Remember?
Oh, it mutes us.
Yeah, that's right. You got to keep us
Okay.
parallel.
All right, so you're just.
We learned that last time.
All right, so here, over here. Let's see, it looks like hang on. Your other one?
My mobile.
Let's see here. Are we back?
It looks like it's not.
Somebody send us a message.
Can't hear you. Oh yeah, can you guys still hear us?
Somebody send us a message.
Did we lose everything?
Good enough. It says we're still streaming.
Yep.
It's going
Audio
in.
is going in and out.
All right. Thank you, Phil, for telling us. I'm going to give it a minute here.
Audio.
What time is those? Are those date time stamps?
That's just barely 1639 or 1839. So that's yeah, just barely. Can
So
hear
we're
you.
choppy.
It's choppy. Ooh.
I wonder if this is causing an issue here.
Retry the connection. Any better now? Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Is it still choppy?
Now?
Now it's good, or does that mean now good or now?
Dumb network.
Yeah.
All right, maybe this phone thing is. It seems like it started to have it ditch the phone. It was working before from the laptop.
Okay, we'll ditch the phone.
All right.
So we're gonna
All right,
unconnect
phone's
the.
ditched. Can you guys hear us? Okay, loud and clear now. Okay,
Okay,
cool. We're ditching
so-
the phone.
We're ditching the phone.
All right, so sorry about that. So you're just going to move this around. I'm going to press the PTT button. I'm going to hold it down, and you're going to hear these noises. Okay, now Kirk's going to move that around. The PTT button's going to be pressed the whole time. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Here, going away. So you can see the antenna placement. It matters where you put that thing if you want clarity. So I'm still pressing it down. I'm going to release it for a second here. I don't like to hold the transmission down forever because you're just pumping out a ton of wattage. And
It's not good on the transceiver too.
yeah,
so,
radio
yeah.
heats up when you just sit there and hold that thing down forever. But you could hear that difference in there as where that thing was placed. So so when you're looking to, so first of all, what do we learn from this? First of all, if you have our system or anybody's system, and when you press the PTT button, it makes that sort of a popping, crackly type noise. Sometimes it's being transmitted, so the people who you're writing with are going to complain that your transmission isn't clear. And it's not the mic. It's not stuff coming through the mic. It is likely where that antenna is mounted.
It's likely RF energy, and it's always the toughest one to find out. So, yep.
So yeah, if you're hitting that, what I would do then is I would run this test yourself. Is press and hold this PTT, take your antenna off, and just move it around until you find the spot it's not. So we had it up over here originally, and you can hear when I press it, what that sounds like. Bad, okay? Bad spot. So now we move it over here, and now we're gonna mount this, you know, right there. It's got a little bit of popping. I'd go up a little bit higher. There you, yeah,
Nope,
that's
still
pretty
a little
good.
bit.
Might be there that coax is.
Yeah, last night, and it might be the ground wire too. I don't have the ground wire on here too, so that helps as well.
Yeah, so that's not an.
See if I can ground it.
You had it by that seatbelt thing was really clear before, like right here. Yeah, right there.
Right
Hear
there.
that?
Yep. Oh, still.
Just a little bit, but that's pretty darn clear.
Yep.
So anyway, so you move that thing around until you find that spot where it's not making that popping noise. And so let's look at a few comments here. Oh. Okay. I can't read very well. Can you read that?
It says, "Wow, that is dramatic difference. Is the LED lights in the bad spot? What do you mean, the LED lights for our
I think he's talking about maybe other like whips or something like that.
Oh yeah, whips can influence it too. Aluminum, and another thing that we didn't show you too is sometimes you can take aluminum and you can place this thing like in different spots in the car trying to cover up like different wires, and it makes a difference too. But the problem is you don't want to have placed up against your wires because it looks ugly. So if it
Oh, there we go. We're back.
we're back. Sorry, we're doing this outside the, so it might be on the limits of our Wi-Fi here. So
yeah. So your question was, is there a LED light right there? No, there's not on this machine. But
yeah.
that can. I don't know why that's causing an issue right there. You know, Kirk's point. Well, so check this out too. Here's another thing you talked about. This. I'm going to press this PTT and listen to the sound as I move this wire around. I mean, I'm sorry, move this tinfoil around.
Oh, you gotta move the antenna.
Oh, it's in a clear spot. It needs to be in a.
It was up here when it was doing that other one.
All right, let's try this.
Give it a shot.
Now it's clear.
It's clear. Allocate it to pop.
There we go. Now watch this. You may have to move that a little bit. It's too far out. Let's pull it back in a little bit so it's not so bad. So I can impact it. It might be too bad.
Yeah, we had it last night to where you had a certain spot that we could get it.
Yeah, watch
this.
Yeah,
that right there, yeah. See the difference? That's not the best, but you can see how the aluminum is shielding and impacting it. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So aluminum foil is your friend when you're trying to clean things up. Sometimes you can wrap stuff. What I've done when I've wrapped aluminum foil, I've wrapped aluminum foil around certain spots before, and then wrapped electrical tape around it, so it holds it in place and it doesn't look quite as ugly then.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's pretty much it. We're having connection issues tonight, so we just wanted just to walk through that example there of what you of how you can clean up your transmission sound based upon where you place that antenna, and then also just to kind of illustrate all the different radio frequencies that are going on in your machine that can create gremlins in your transmissions, because they should be really clear, and the equipment is transmitting it really clear. It's just sometimes you have to chase those things. So is there any other comments or questions anybody has got? You have any comments you want to toss out?
Just if you still having issues, give us a call. We're going to help you out here. But this is a really good test for you if you are hearing that. And it does matter with the band as well. Like the UHF tends to be more clear than the VHF, and the VHF is what we were transmitting on, and that's where we were having the popping was from the VHF. So again, that the UHF versus the VHF, you got to test both. So if you got a dual band, if you got the GMRS, usually it's a clearer signal. So
yep. Okay, cool. Well, that's it. I mean, we just wanted to kind of make these things kind of bullet point pieces of information to kind of help you gain a little more knowledge and address and get the most out of your communication stuff.
Yep.
If you have any topics you'd like us to cover, as always, you can send us a message and ask us to do that. If you're having an issue, obviously call us. But if you want us to talk about it on the air, we'd be happy to do that too, because there's a community element to this to help each other out to figure out how to get